Today's video will be talking about how a meritocracy does not provide the gateway to eradicate the flaws associated with a natural aristocracy. And before I start this video, I would like to say that I do not take a particular side, whether it's natural aristocracy or a meritocracy. I'm simply just displaying the academic research that I condoned last night to reach a conclusion. Anyways, back with the video. So what is a natural aristocracy? Well, it believes that certain individuals are born with innate intellect and natural leadership skills, and therefore society should not produce barriers preventing them from using these skills to their full potential. And it also believes that society naturally yearns for a leader, and therefore destroying a system which has different leadership roles can be seen as rather destructive. However, there are some flaws. One flaw being that it is assumed that once aristocrats seize power, they will immediately use that power to kind of protect their own families, and therefore status and wealth will be passed down to children, creating more of a hereditary aristocracy. And this is a problem because a natural aristocracy goes off the fundamental basis that an individual can reach the more high echelons of society, higher income jobs, positions of power through their innate ability. However, if a child is born into a wealthy family, which has quite the status, they may not actually encompass these abilities, but due to their family's status and wealth, they will still reach these echelons of society. Hence, it's given the term a hereditary aristocracy. Now, meritocracy aims to stop this flaw by saying that, okay, we'll introduce standardized anonymous testing, and this will disable people from reaching positions of power and high income jobs through status and wealth, because the standardized testing will be objective, and therefore even people from impoverished families will be able to reach high echelons of society and more powers of position if they have brilliant abilities, because they will have a chance to display their intellect, unlike in a natural aristocracy. And now, whilst it does sound good on the forefront, the evidence suggests that this does not actually work. And this is because the modern wealthy class simply weaponized the objective credentials to build a system, and the IFS explicitly refers to this as a inheritocracy. And this is due to private schools, which essentially ensure that children bypass the meritocratic filters. Now, some evidence of this is from the Sutton Trust Elitist Britain 2025 report, and it provides data that 7% of the total English school population attend private fee-paying schools. And they consistently secure a disproportionate number of places in Oxbridge. And these individuals are 38 times more likely to join Britain's ruling elite than a state-educated child. 38 times. So it seems that the issue is still there, whether it's in a natural aristocracy or whether it's in a meritocracy. Some further research by the IFS of Deaton, review of inequalities, demonstrates that the disadvantage gap between poor and wealthy children may produce impacts way before primary school, and this is obviously due to poverty. And this occurs before any standardized meritocratic testing evaluating them. So it can be argued that a meritocracy doesn't actually completely fix the flaws of a natural aristocracy, and whilst it has provided some advantages, I do not refute that. I would say that there are still some underlying factors in the system which must be fixed so that the significance and the idea of a meritocracy is achieved to its full potential. This is because at the moment, a meritocracy is essentially leading down the same path as a natural aristocracy, because once one family does even encompass some type of, wealth or some type of position of power, they can use this wealth to send their children to private schools, and therefore they will already gain advantages in the objectives standardized testing, and therefore it kind of repeats again, and you may find the same kind of consequences of natural aristocracy. So that would be my conclusion. And thank you for listening.